morning with the W. Early up in the morning with the W. RJW. Early up in the morning with the W. Hey, yo, man, that's my British bond, man. You know, I'm recognizing and realizing, you know what I mean, that there's a lot of cats out there, you know what I'm saying, perpetrating my style, you know, that versatile style and keeping it, you know what I'm saying, sexy at the end of the day. Know what I mean? And right now, the way I'm feeling about certain people right now, you know what I'm saying, I'm getting really turned off by it. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because you could hear in there, and there's nothing wrong with having self-esteem. I don't know where that came from, but you could hear the cockiness, you know what I'm saying, of these cats talking you know what I mean? And I'm telling you straight up and down, man, I'm not feeling it right now. You know, it's like we brothers, we've got issues right now that needs to be resolved because I'm noticing, you know, they getting paid good money to talk our talk. They getting paid F that. They getting paid 8 figures and more. You know what I'm saying? To speak like me, to think like me, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I'm black. And at the end of the day, when you pay attention to these podcasters and whatnot, and these radio heads and whatnot, these radio personalities and these podcast characters, because right now, podcast is where it's popping, right? Yes, sir. You know what I mean? And it's keeping your, you know, it's keeping your penis hard. You know what I'm saying? It's keeping and it's keeping that vagina moist because when you hear the voice, you know what I'm saying? When you hear that top choice voice, it keeps the vagina moist. But let's keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? The RJW, the one, the only, and all these perpetrators out there, you know what I'm saying, trying to sound like the cat, trying to be the cat. You know what I'm saying? It was only one. You know what I mean? It wasn't no 50-year anniversary of me being on radio. 50 years, nah. You know what I mean? It's just an attitude, certain attitudes. Like, number one, I'm recognizing and realizing that there was a time when y'all did not like, y'all wanted to be called biracial. You didn't want to embrace your black side. I remember that very well. And that was just not even 10 years ago. You know? You know what I mean? And the leader of the crew was usually not a biracial cat. I mean, now they're looking at me, right? And they saying, but why do you see things that way? Why do you persist to look at things that way? You know what I mean? I was gonna put this outside, you know what I mean? Or this right here is the, you know, put a little flame, put the flame thing. Hold on. See, I'm still put the flame on this right here. But yeah, you know, and a lot of our people, this right here, you put it right here, you light it up, pow, boom. In the backyard, you put this in the backyard. You know what I'm saying? You put this in the backyard, you know, to have a little barbecue with the fellas and whatnot, watching the football game. But right now I'm it's like I'm hearing it's like a fake air of confidence. You know what I'm saying? I'm hearing it's all good. You got, you know, congratulations. You know what I mean? Congratulations for biting my style. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations for, you know what I'm saying, putting your foot in my shoes and walking the walk. You know what I'm saying? The path that I've created for you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? With your 8-figure salary and whatnot. I remember once upon a time, weren't they saying that, but so-and-so, you raped how many girls and got away with it? But I'm like this, hey, you know what I'm saying? To each his own, you know what I mean? Because I'm one of these brothers, I don't play that going back into your catalog and say this who this person is, and then staying on that page trying to bring you down. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that. And at the end of the day, also, I'm not, only females could do this, what I'm about to say. Haven't you noticed, like certain females, maybe I'm a lesbian, maybe I'm not. Let me go see if I like dick. Right? Because I really do like penis. I like the way it feels. But then she recognized and realized that, yo, men could be real assholes. So what does she do? Well, then she goes, checks out, you know what I'm saying? And then she realizes she prefers a female. She realizes that she could bully a female. And men could bully her, but she could bully a female. So she decides, I don't like penis no more. I like vagina. Believe that or not. Now, I heard certain men do the same thing. I'm like, well, nah, man, ain't nothing like it. You know what I mean? It's moist, it's delicious. It's moist, it's delicious, it's nutritious. There's nothing like the female anatomy. But so here he is, right? And I'm listening to homeboy talk. He's on. He's doing his thing. And then, woo! I hear his ego just going and going and going and going. And we do that. You know what I'm saying? We're an ego-driven. You know what I'm saying? We're an ego-driven society. Let's keep it 1,000. We're an ego-driven society. We you know what I'm saying? We maintain a certain air of composure, but we're still an ego-driven society. Why? Because America is the land of milk and honey. Okay? Ego-driven society in the land of milk and honey. You know what I'm saying? You could always foster through and do you. So here he is. He's on the radio. You know what I'm saying? Yes, girl. Ooh, child. I'm telling you, child. Ooh, child. And I'm like, that's not me. And it's like antagonizing me, you know what I'm saying? And it's really antagonizing me. And I'm like, ooh, ooh, child. I just bought this Lambo, Ferrari, Bugatti, Testarossa, and and then all of a sudden, I don't want to hate. Why should I hate? Congratulations, make your money. Built many castles from those castles in the sky and put them on, you know what I'm saying? But then I'm like, ooh, child. Then, ooh. And I'm like, huh? Is that who we are now? You know what I mean? Is that who we are? Because here's another story, because I was paying attention to them too, about Takeoff, Migos, Jay Prince, Offset, and I know Quavo, you know what I'm saying, he's in therapy right now because at the end of the day, he's feeling like, yo, man, I killed my brother, man. While, quote unquote, you have Jay Prince, quote unquote, he was supposed to protect them while they were, protect who? While they was playing dice and stuff? No. And then here's the other YouTubers talking about that was some Illuminati shit. Oh, Takeoff was what's the word exactly? Sacrifice, right? And I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. Are we that stupid? Are we that naive? You know what I mean? Because if you were paid to protect those people, then your peoples didn't do their job. You know what I mean? Your peoples did not do their job. And people's telling me, yo, do you know who Jay Prince is? If you're just crawling out of a rock, well, I'm crawling out of a rock then. Because, it's not every brother that's making bank that I'm on his. It's not everybody that makes money that makes that, that I turn, no. So the point is, Takeoff died. Rest in peace, bro. Migos had a lot of hits. A lot of music videos that were hits. And at the end of the day, off that one album, you were straight for life, generational wealth, off that one album if you were in the right record company, of course. But the point is, you didn't do your job. I mean, your men's and them didn't protect them. One of those guys was in there, and I don't know, his stupidity, envy, jealous, whatever, and shot my brother. Take off, pow. And you remember you heard Quavo say, take off. Now they're saying that Offset was not, ever since he got with Cardi and whatnot and stuff, he shunned Migos. Ever since he started making, you know what I mean? They saying that he shunned them. How you gonna shun them? You know what I'm saying? And the so-called conspiracy behind the at the Grammys, you know, but that was brotherly, you know, that's brother to brother. You know what I mean? You know, your nephew died. He wanted to get on stage with Quavo, but Quavo and I'm agreeing with Quavo. Wait a minute, hold on. Why are you saying that you're not down with us no more? Didn't you say you're not down with us? Now you want to get on stage with us, type stuff. So on that one, I'll agree with that part. But the point is, they're still related, blood related. Let's keep it 1,000. Who was the leader of Migos? Everybody knows it was Quavo, right? You might have thought it was Offset, but it was Quavo. So the point being, now you're hearing this brother, I'm calling him a brother. Now you're hearing this called Jay Prince, and I'm watching it, and I'm watching it. You know what I mean? It's an hour. You can watch it. Go on YouTube. You know the YouTube platform is popping, and I noticed that, you know, okay, it's always you and me. You know what I mean? Y'all don't subscribe. That's okay, but I know y'all listen. So at the end of the day, you know, it sounded hunky-dory, telling, you know, kids, listen, man, being part of a gang, you know what I mean? Okay, it's you know, you feel safer, but at the end of the day, don't play with your freedom like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't give the next man the power to get you, you know what I'm saying, locked up and locked down, and while he sports and fronts in a, you know what I'm saying, and he's on a private jet to Malibu, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, to Malibu, to the Caribbeans, while you're locked up because of him, because of your leader, because your leader said, do this, that, and the third. Don't worry, I got your back. And he ain't got your back. He's in the Caribbeans right now, sipping pina coladas, and while you're catching hell, you know what I'm saying, behind bars. And you're not coming out. And you're not coming out of that for 30. Look, let's say you had a triple homicide. You think you're going to come out tomorrow? You know you're not coming out tomorrow. Huh? You know that you're not coming out tomorrow. You just killed 3 people. Bow, 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 bow. You think you're coming out tomorrow? You gave yourself a no way out card over this ignorance. So here he is. He's talking, and he's saying that at the last minute, did my ears just deceive me? Didn't you just say this, that, and the third? And for you to wind up saying, look, man, if I'm going to have to defend myself, I'm going to defend myself. Like, bro, fall back, breathe. And I'm going to break it down to you for a lot of y'all to understand something. Like in New York, once upon a time, there was this gang called Guardian Angels run by this man called Curtis Lewa, right? And a lot of us, who? Exactly. Curtis Lewa, he's 68 now, going on 70, right? And when I was, in 4th grade, getting on the trains and stuff like that from school, I used to see these guys, you know what I'm saying, in white shirts with the emblem, Guardian Angels, with the black, what you call it, fatigue pants, and you know, the military. Anyway, the point being is, you know how many people got beat up, locked up because of this old man? Claiming that they were non-violent vigilantes. You know, me, I always felt sorry for not him, not Curtis Lewa. I felt sorry for the people that joined Curtis Lewa because there was enough, you know what I'm saying, brothers like, hey, yo, man, get your asses out of here. And then back then, he was like, yo, man, I'm teaching y'all how to do this. I'm teaching you how to, yo. So the point is, man, if you're going to follow a wolf, if you're going to be part of the wolf pack, just recognize and realize you are following a wolf. All right? And that wolf don't give 2 cents about nothing about you. You know what I'm saying? So ego-driven and lying to himself. Well, he ain't lying to himself because you're following him. You agreeing with him. You know what I mean? You're agreeing with every word he says, right? Right or wrong. So just recognize that when a wolf leads the sheep, we already know what happens. And right now, there's too much. When they have too much. Number one, I feel like this. Why are you so angry? You know what I mean? Why are you so angry? They work for it. They got bread. Matter of fact, at the end of the day, they came from a good background. Who am I talking about, Migos? You know what I mean? Who am I talking about? Migos. There's a lot of brothers that want to prove that, look, man, I'm not a beta. I'm an alpha. No, get your beta ass, sit your beta ass over there and do your homework. Shoot, so you could get that, so you could get that job. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we live in an egocentric society. You know what I'm saying? Where competition is fierce. You know what I'm saying? Where, you know, right now we have one of the wokest presidents ever. And I'm gonna say it again. If he's not one of the wokest presidents ever, then that man is living a nightmare. Joe Biden. You know what I mean? So, you know it's rough out there. You know it's rough out there. And you have to put on a good front because a lot of cats out there, they're not recognizing, nor are they realizing. You got to put on a good front. You know what I mean? Shoot, you living day by day. You living day by day. right. You know what I mean? You got your what? You got your car notes. You got to look good. You got a roof over your head. You know what I'm saying? You got your female friend that you got to take care of. Hey, you know, and you got kids. Like this, right? And that's the only thing that's keeping you like from, you know. But at the end of the day, realize, a lot of these cats are ego driven, not people driven. You know what I'm saying? Because that people driven, that liberalism that they talk about is just a state of tolerance. Liberalism does not exist. It's a state of tolerance. You know what I'm saying? They don't see beyond the complexion of our skin. We tried, didn't we? If any race of people tried to see beyond color, was who? Black people's. But who's riding our coattails right now? Who's been riding our coattails and getting mad advantages because of our plight? Who's getting business loans? Huh? Who's opening up businesses because of us? I'm not mad at of Arabs open up all these bodegas and whatnot. One little short little dude and whatnot, barely 4'5" and stuff in the Bronx where I'm from, where I live, where you're hearing the show right now, and I see that you're still not subscribed, but you're listening. Barely 5 feet. If he's 4'7", he's 4'7". He got 5 bodegas. All that comes from the back of who? So when you hear these people talk and you know, you want to listen to your favorite radio personality, you want to see your favorite actor, you know what I'm saying? Your favorite football player, basketball player, you know what I'm saying? But you're gonna have to recognize to realize it's the RJW all day, baby. That's bringing it to you the way that it needs to be brought. You know what I'm saying? When you see beyond the nonsense that they spewing, you know what I'm saying? That's them trying to sound cool. You know what I'm saying? The nonsense that they spewing, trying to sound cool, trying to sound charming, trying to, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, boom, here, our industry has become so corporate. Like you hear it now, right? Oh, the culture. And look how corporate it's becoming. Well, where is that corporate dollar going? And whose pockets is that corporate dollar going into? Not mine, it's not yours, but theirs. Who's streaming right now on music, you know what I'm saying, and making hundreds of millions and billions of dollars of our, you know what I'm saying, of our infrastructure, of our way. You know what I'm saying? The Grammys was very historic indeed. You know what I mean? The Grammys, when you watch the Grammys, it was very historic indeed. You know what I'm saying? It was a quick, you know what I mean? And of course, you know, when you saw all the heroes, well, all the pioneers that had hit records, I didn't see Curtis Blow, because wasn't Curtis Blow the first who was actually signed? He signed the deal, and he was wasn't Curtis Blow the first? These are the breaks. Break it up, break down. And what was the other one? He had 2 hits. You know what I'm saying? Records that we bought, that we would go to, you know, your favorite neighborhood record store. You remember the record stores, the neighborhood record stores? They ain't no more, right? And here you are, you a little boy, going to get all these records and whatnot, but you still couldn't go to the clubs. You remember? Do anybody remember? So, all this money, honey, and who's selling us out? Our own kind. You always want to throw that, ooh, Caucasians are the Caucasian man, the white man, the China man, the Korean man, this man, No, it's our own kind. Our own kind. You know what I mean? Every year, I see a brother getting shot, killed by police. Every year, and it's like, what? That's the norm now for us, huh? That's the norm now for us. That became the norm for us now, huh? You know what I mean? Oh, that's nothing. That always happens. Big deal. So we're numb to that now, huh? Nah, not really. Not really. I'm looking at it like this. If I was one of these back in the day cats, you know what I'm saying? An eye for an eye. You know what I'm saying? And they really got down for that. They really went out like that. Really went out like that. You know? Really went out. Meaning, like, oh, you hurt us? To y'all. You do this, we're, you know. So they knew not to mess with us this way. Of course, they would pick a lame brain, you know, an absent-minded, boom, and they would pick on him and put all of the on him or her. You understand what I'm saying? So they could feel better about themselves, feel superior, you know what I'm saying? Superior to us, but using them. them that actually feel inferior to them. So they would find those brothers and sisters, that did feel inferior to Caucasians, to Latino, because they had nappy hair and they had thick lips and nice thick nose and whatnot. My brothers, my sisters, it antagonized me. Because a few of y'all was watching the show, the other shows, and y'all actually agreeing with me, laughing with me, getting it on with me. And when I'm like, I like that, thank you. Just because I don't make 8 figures, you know what I'm saying? Just because I don't make 6 figures and more, you know what I'm saying? I'm nobody to you. F you, man. That's all good to me. I sleep with a clear conscience. I'm not trying to get over on the culture. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be a vulture from the culture. Like, for example, again, in the award show near the ending, I'm like, what, the Last Supper? You know what I'm saying? And they're in the streets, and then you have Rick Rose and Jay-Z and Khaled and what's that boy's name? And John Legend. And I'm looking at it, right? I'm like, nah, I'm not feeling that. And then, of course, popular media wants you to think about Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, how Affleck didn't feel like he belonged there. He was like, oh, he didn't belong there. You know what I'm saying? He felt like he didn't belong there. What am I doing here? And Jennifer said, yo, just be chill. You know what I'm saying? This is my church. And Ben is like, okay. But the thing I was looking at it when I was looking, because when I was looking at the award show, and you know what? After award show for 1 second. Let's keep it right here. Let's stay right here on this point. Right now, they're jealous. You know what I'm saying? You can't have it both ways, man. Boom, marijuana is free. Marijuana is legal. And now they're trying to find loopholes. They're trying to find loopholes to lock you up for still smoking marijuana. You know who those kind of people are, right? Sore losers. You know what I mean? Sore losers. You know what I mean? Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. With the RJ Dubove early up in the morning with the RJ Dubove, Jer. You know what I mean? Or trying to find a loophole to get you locked up because you smoke weed. Because you smoke weed and they don't. You feel cool, you feel normal when you smoke weed and they don't. You can't have it both ways, but of course they want it both ways. Why? Totalitarians, oligarchs, the people that you claim that's looking out for your best, and they're not looking out for your best interests. The interest, your daughter, your sons and daughters, you know what I'm saying, getting victimized and chastised by society at large, by those that protect the interests of the rich. They are protecting the interests of the rich. They're not protecting the interests of you and I. If they're protecting anybody, I'm gonna say it again. They're protecting their interests and the interests of the rich. Because at the end of the day, why are you trying to find a loophole to lock brothers up? Oh, these are illegal dispensaries. Oh, so there's only two dispensaries in New York City that's supposed to make all the money. Get all the money for, nah, man, we're not trying to hear that. I'm trying to tell you straight up and down. Yeah, we have a black mayor, Eric Adams, you know what I mean? But that doesn't mean that he bleeds red. Wasn't he a popo? Wasn't he police? He bleeds blue still. There's a new train coming into New York. You know what I'm saying? Big Brother is everywhere now, for real, for real. Boom. We was even saying it about our smartphones and whatnot. It doesn't matter if you had an expensive smartphone or a regular smartphone. What does it have? GPS. And what do you have? A social security number. Boom. If you have a social security number, bow, you're part of the system anyway. Fool. Okay? Your social security number, your state ID. Know what I mean? All they got to do is just tap those numbers in. And everything about you is right there. Everything about you is right there. You know what I mean? From the day you was born in August. No, but for real. From the day you went to kindergarten, preschool, all that is right there. Not for just them, but you know what I'm saying? It's right there. You know, nothing is sealed. Nothing, you know what I'm saying? Everything about you is in their hands. They love this artificial intelligence shit. So here's this fool, I'm listening, and I'm saying, wait a minute, man. Is he really trying to sound like the RJ Duplavate? Is he really trying to be the RJ Duplavate? Is he really doing what he's doing? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because they paid you to be me. They're paying you to be me now, huh? You know what I mean? The hate. Need to appreciate. I mean, I'm not here to tell any of you young boys, yo, go rob that person and bring the money back to me. Who am I to do that to you? Who am I to play with your freedom like that? You know what I mean? The RJW, yo. You know what I mean? And all these perverts, man. All these, look, whatever you do behind closed doors is your business. Your business, right? Whatever you do behind closed doors is your business. It's nobody's business. You know what I mean? Because like I said, man, this is the land of milk and honey. Ain't nothing funny. And the epicenter of it all is Manhattan. I went places just because I don't like going. I'm not one to believe. I'm not one to go to Europe. I'm not one to, you know what I mean? I'll go to Canada. Matter of fact, when I was in Canada, you know what I'm saying? I'm surprised that their racism is almost, no, not Toronto. We're not talking about Toronto. I'm talking about Montreal, Quebec. Quebec wanted to succeed. You know what I'm saying? And they hated black folks in Quebec, Montreal. You know what I mean? What? I don't know if they like y'all now. Espèce de nigger. Qu'est-ce que tu fais, dans mon pays, hein? This is my country. You fucking nigger. What the fuck you doing in my country? And I'm like, whoa, where is this coming from? I didn't like that shit. I was like, you could have it. I'm good. Because I'm not one to be someplace where I'm not liked, where I always have to sleep with one eye open. Nope. I'm good. You could have it. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Fucking nigga, what are you doing here? Peace. I'm out. I'm not gonna fight the movement for you, man. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna fight the movement for you. I'm not here for that. I mean, if you see a nigga, you know what I'm saying? If you think you see something imposing and threatening to you, then you know there's something wrong with you. You need therapy. You need to sit down with a therapist and describe and tell the therapist why you're afraid of the black man, right? So here they are once again, making big figures to quell me. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna quell how I feel when that boy, you was on the news 2 weeks ago? Body cam showed how police was violating his civil rights, his civil liberties and whatnot. 29 years old, he didn't do nothing to nobody. Literally got beat to death. Literally beat to death. And what do they do? They call Sharpton. Sharpton will help us. Sharpton will do what? Weren't you saying that Sharpton was a charlatan? Huh? Wasn't it you calling Sharpton a charlatan? Action Network is right there on 145th and Malcolm, between Malcolm and Adam Clay Powell on 145th every Saturday. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go to his church every Saturday, go right there. Boom, bam, ow. You feel me? So when you watch this show, you know what I'm saying, when you recognizing and realizing, when you watch the RJW, you know what I'm saying, on his platform, on his channel, you know what I'm saying, on his YouTube, I mean, because I could take my show, put it someplace else because it's mine. It's not yours, it's mine. I didn't sign no agreement with YouTube as yet. If I get this amount of views, they take a percentage of, okay, that's cool. Well, let's do it like that. But the majority of the money is all mine. You know what I mean? I got my DJ right over here. And my DJ, he's like, he likes his salsa bachata. What do they call that shit? Salsa bachata and stuff. And no, it's not even that though. You know what I'm saying? It's not even that. Reggaeton. For a lot of us, that's been played out. But for those that grew up with it, you think they're just gonna throw it out? You know what I'm saying? That's a culture right there that we don't want to understand. Huh? That's a culture right there that we barely don't understand. It's Dominican. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Is reggaeton Dominican? I don't know. But yeah, that you don't want to understand. You go outside right now, you see them, you know what I'm saying, them kids like in they fancy free mobiles. Me, I said fancy free mobiles. I'm the one who comes up with new terminologies. Every other day, a new terminology comes out my mind. Anyway, they're in the fancy free mobiles. They chilling, blunts in their mouth, loving life. You know what I'm saying? Life is beautiful and whatnot. And here you are, you hating because they're enjoying their life. You're hating because they're enjoying their life. You are here to serve and protect. You are not here to act like a totalitarian regime. Recognize to realize what I say. You are not here to do that. They're enjoying their life. And then here you are, me. And I'm like, damn, man, what the fuck that song is saying? Because he's really loving that shit, right? Then you like this, you're looking at him like, damn. Not hate, you're like, damn, man, what is that song saying? Because he's loving that song and shit. He's driving, he's chilling, Conte non ponte cante te papata mania. Don't pante non pane te no mana. They don't find it. I'm like, oh man, what a life, what a life. But of course, here you are, you hating. Hating. You can't stand yourself because he's living nice. He's living his life. She's living her life. He's living his life. They're living a life hunky-dory. Now you want to find a way to make their life miserable because you're miserable. Right or wrong? Right or wrong? Because you're miserable. So you want everybody else to feel miserable. You miserable because you want so being that you're miserable, you want everybody else to feel miserable. And so here are these subliminal commercials. Take this pill here. But those pills doesn't help you to feel happy. That's not a happy pill. Give me a happy pill. No, they're not giving you happy pills. Boom. Nah. If I don't, what, you're not getting, you want me to feel happy? So give me a happy pill. I don't want that pill. That pill doesn't make me feel happy. That pill just makes me feel like, lethargic. Oh, so you want them to feel lethargic and whatnot. You see it. You see the commercial. You see it. And how about the late nights too? Woo-wee. When that become popular? Why is that popular? Huh? Why is that popular? Every you turn the channel, boom, HIV commercial, boom, HIV commercial, boom, HIV commercial. But you notice when they put it, like the majority of the HIV commercials, right? Late night. Why? Because you're a late night freak. Right? Late night, because you late night freaks and shit. Because the freaks come out at night. I'm like, damn. And then here you are, you're like, wait a minute, that's not happening. You know what I mean? That's not happening. That's not happening. But I really do overstand to understand, you know what I'm saying? Overstand to understand. You know what I mean? The RJW does not subscribe. I'm not subscribing to hate. You know what I mean? Hate, no good. But I'll never forget that brother and this girl. He was a pontene conte cante chomatina manea. Pone castena pombe baby tontanania. Boom. Ponte capene canton panchin tompamina. What the hell is they saying? Life is beautiful, right? That song has to say that. That's probably what the song was saying, right? Life is beautiful when you know what I'm saying? The RJW, yo. I mean, they making all this money, you know what I'm saying? Perpetrating my style, my versatile style. You know what I mean? These juvenile. There's so much to say and so little time to say it. So I'm gonna leave it at that right there. You heard? So subscribe to the Rich Rocker Show with the RJW. You heard? For real, for real. Hey yo, we out. Oh yeah, check on